all of you who own XRP are welcome back to the crypto channel. You guys are great. I enjoy reading what you have to say. Keep up the good work, guys. And know that every day your boy Crypto will send you these notes. BitMax is the first exchange that lets you use RLUSD as margin when you trade futures on its website. There you have it. If you watch my show every day, you know that I've been talking about this happening since the beginning of RLUSD, as your boy Crypto said it would. RLUSD is wanted as a trade asset for other coins because this coin is safe and can be linked to many others. I don't like leverage trading, but this shows how sure these even markets are getting with RLUSD, and I really think this is just a start. But thanks for joining us again today on the crypto channel. We can see that prices have gone down a little everywhere. The market is still mostly up. Keep in mind that the market has been very green lately. The market is already known to us begin to rise again in the past hour. It looks great when you look at XRP at $227.00. It's worth 1% more than it was before, or $134 billion, 0 cents, or $300 million, 0 cents. Every 24 hours, deals worth about $4 billion, 0 cents take place. This channel is not meant to be used as financial advice. As always, I want to make that clear before we go any further. For any business, you should always learn more about it first before putting money into it. Take a look at this. First Lady, Trump's big, pretty bill has been passed by the U.S. House. It will now go to the next step. What does this mean? A lot of people will say, well, this doesn't really help that, middle-class people. It's more for wealthy people. I kind of agree with that. But I wouldn't say that small cap projects wouldn't be touched. If you looked into what this bill does, I don't think small cap projects would be affected unless they are based in the US. Maybe crypto would be affected too. That could be made clearer. Small cap stocks could get a lot of attention because there are good reasons to do so. That's not the case right now. Tell me what you think about this and if you think this bill should go to the next step. Let's also look at this. Yes, XRP will become less uncertain over time as more people want to use it. Would you believe me if I told you that was already starting to happen? If you look at the daily chart, you can see that there are big changes. A lot of people will be upset about these changes. What's going on? That sounds good, right? But this is by far one of the best coins to hold on to in 2025 because it is a cryptocurrency. I can be argued with by anyone. You can check out everything. The control has gone up by a full 10% since December when it was at its lowest point. 10% is a huge number. The price of XRP did not move above or below the 38.2 Fibonacci line. If this doesn't show you, truthfully, I don't know what will hold up against XRP right now. I totally agree with moving forward. More and more companies will join, which will make that a lot better, especially when the ETFs prove their worth, which I think they will. The S&P 500 hits a new high after a June jobs report that was better than hoped for. You should know how well S&P is doing after all-time high. It's pretty much the same thing. You can see that that didn't happen when you look at the April fix. Since then, the average price of the S&P 500 has gone through the roof. It looks like that didn't even happen. Many things are going well for S&P. Tech stocks are doing really well right now. The crypto market is also doing very well. I think it's time for altcoins and projects that use them to get some attention. Oh, check out the burn to smoke course. Yes, central banks have put a limit on how much gold can cost. You should use that gold again as a backup asset that is fair. What does this mean? You may also want to know what this means for Bitcoin and other coins, by the way. That's a great question to ask yourself. What does this mean? That is, I will try to make this clear for everyone by explaining what it means. It means that the central banks don't care and don't trust each other. The right word for the money is confidence. That is, they are not holding on to that. Instead, they are going into gold. They have been getting gold for a long time, but now they have a lot of it. These are very much the same things that are going on at central banks like the Federal Reserve and the European Central Bank. You might wonder what this has to do with crypto. Do not forget that Bitcoin is also known as digital gold. It's hard to get both. This is because Bitcoin was first made to keep people safe from inflation. Now, big businesses all over the world are beginning to understand that Bitcoin is an investment for the long run. Things are going faster than planned. Oh, and there are only 21 million Bitcoins if you look at the map. We can't just print more Bitcoins and give them to people. That's not how it works. Now things start to make sense and become interesting. The market value of Nvidia is getting close to $4 trillion, 0 cents. Tech stocks are going through the roof right now, as I already told you. We can see it for ourselves. A lot of them have been crazy. Also, we looked at normal parenting this week. We also asked for a Fed master account so that we could hold RL/USD reserves directly with the Fed while Congress works on making clear bank laws and rules. This is not at all like Operation Choke Point years ago. 2, this part needs our care. You already know that digital money is getting better. All of this will start to happen, plus everything starts to make sense. Vin, that's correct. This is what we mean when we say that the price is still somewhere in this range. Vince made a good point about bot trade and market makers, but I had one more thing to say. I've already told you that there's more to it than that. The power is another part. There has been a 10% rise since December. 10%, guys. That's a big jump for the boss. Pay attention. That's something else we need to think about. I believe you would not believe it if the control was still at 55%. I think that XRP would have been very close to its all-time high. I think that you should look at this though. Bots move the market and you never know when it will stop. As you might think, the price of XRP goes up when big news comes out, like a court case win or a famous relationship. But what's strange about that? ADA, XLM, and even obstacle altcoins aren't the only ones whose prices are going up. It's not news or even makes reason. That's not how people figure out prices. That's just bots' hands that you not saying, hey, check this out. Do bots change the value of XRP? In fact, bots react to XRP news milliseconds before people do. They also use cross-token tactics to boost assets that aren't linked to each other. It's clear that these bots are better than regular users because they can get to order book info faster and sometimes even better. The extra piece price gets mixed up and the way the market acts around it no longer shows how buyers feel or what the facts are. To sum up, the bears are trying to let you know who they are and why they want to keep the price low. They don't want the price to go up because that's not what they want, and they don't want both sides to win. They want the price to be as low as possible because of this. But I think the bulls will win in the end no matter what. But based on what we see, this can make a difference right now. I agree with this point of view too. Take a look at the majority, which is 65.29%. We did go up a bit, but if you look at BTC 119.09, 800, you can see that we're about to hit 10,000 once more.